All right, hello everyone. My name is Mr. Allen. This is CTE PC Essentials B. It's week 4, February 21st, 2017. We're doing chapters in testout.com. We're doing chapters 6.13 through 7.2. I think this is my first time doing YouTube for this particular class, so let me know in the comments if you prefer this or if you prefer Big Blue Button, which was the other thing we were using built into Canvas. But I think this is better. You can see what I'm doing better. It's easier to access and so on. This week we're covering networking and printing. Sorry, I'm still a little sick. You'll study a little bit about home groups, and then we'll do a little bit of network troubleshooting. I'm just going to do some of the labs, not necessarily go over everything with you, but home groups are cool. I actually just set one up at my own house so that I can basically send files back and forth between computers or from my phone or to any device. Basically, you can send files to another computer without having to plug anything in, just over Wi-Fi or directly connected. And then printers, printers can be a pain, but everybody still needs to print stuff from time to time. So let's get started. It's 6.13 through 7.2, so there's no labs in 6.13. Just kind of read about home groups and do the exam. For networking, there's videos and study guides you can go over. And then I'll do these 2 labs right here. So I'll start with 6.14.7, fix a network connection 1. All right, so the internet's not working, clearly. With me, the first thing that I would obviously always check is it plugged in? In this case, it's not plugged in, so you'd be surprised how often that's just the problem. It's not plugged in. So go ahead and plug it in to the Ethernet port on the wall, and let's see if it works. It's still not working. So it should show up here. Normally you could right click and go to troubleshoot. It says this has not been simulated, so we can't do that. Instead, you're going to have to kind of pull up a notepad or maybe even paper and pencil and start to get the actual, all the numbers that we need for the correct connection. We're just going to have to put it in manually. So pretty much everything you need will be under exhibits. Is your DNS. Here's your internet, your ISP number. It also says down here which IPs are being used and which ones are available. So try to look through these numbers and figure out what does what. You can also go into command prompt and type in IP config, and it'll tell you some of your basic settings. I have them written down already because I just attempted this, so you can just go ahead and copy what I'm doing if you want. But go back and look at the exhibits and look at this to see where I got those numbers from. So to fix it, we're just going to right click, go to Open Network and Sharing Center down here. Then we're going to click on Ethernet because that's the problem. Go to Properties. Click on TCP IPv4 properties. And then these are the numbers we're going to have to input real quick. So let's see here. I have them written down. It's going to be So for the IP address, it's going to be 192.168.0. Anything between, it says right here, it's using the numbers below 0.5. The other workstations are using the IP addresses between 0.30 and 0.34. So we want something between 0.15 and 0.30. So I can do 0.16 is fine. The subnet is 255.255.255.0. Default gateway, again, these numbers are mostly in the exhibits tab. And if you were to be setting this up, you would probably be provided these numbers by your boss if you're doing IT. And if not, it'd be by your internet provider on your router or something like that. And then your preferred DNS, we're going to use, again, that's in there. I'm going to use 163.128.80.93. And you can pause if you want to copy these numbers in. Hopefully I got them right. You can do validate if you want upon exit. But if you press OK, it should show that you now have internet. And that should do it. So make sure it's plugged in, input those numbers, press done, and you're good. Excuse me. All right, 6.14.8, fix the network connection number 2. This one gave me a little trouble. Let's see if it works this time. I think it was a little glitchy. So it's basically you're trying to figure out what's the problem. My first thing is to check that it's plugged in. We can do that. Just click back to the support office, go to the back. Looks like it's plugged in with RJ45, which is, it doesn't say which one it is. Even though it is plugged in, sometimes cables can go bad. I believe that might be the case in this particular assignment. So we can go into Windows and you do the IP config. We can do troubleshooting and stuff like that to try to figure it out. I think the problem is it's just going to need a new network adapter. So currently it's running off of, right here, it's running off of, if we go to the motherboard, you can see it's plugged directly into the motherboard. Right here, it's plugged directly in. Instead, we could put a network card in here into a open PCI slot. And that will allow us to use this networking card so we can upgrade our network without having to switch our motherboard out. I can try using this cable. I'm just dragging it over here. But I got a feeling the cable might be bad. But let's try it anyways. Turn it back on. And it's not connecting. It should just, I think it should automatically connect. So I'm going to go back out and swap the cable. And we want to use Cat5e, which is the faster of the two. So plug that in and then plug it to the wall. And then you can drag this other cable back. I think that might be important. Looks like it's flashing now, so that's a good sign. So it should work. Let's try it now. Yeah, it looks like we have internet now. And that should be it. Let me press done and see. Okay. if you did it like I did right here and you got the internet to work, but you failed the exam, that's exactly what I did. Just when you submit your assignment in Canvas, tell me that you got the internet to work, but the exam still failed you. There's no reason that should fail. So I think there is a problem with the system. I can contact testout.com, but otherwise I'll just excuse that. Just let me know that you got at least this far. Kind of weird. But we'll just continue. Printers, there's a bunch of different kinds of printers you can read about. Two main ones are laser and inkjet. Laser just uses a laser to burn basically black and white images on the paper. Inkjet actually shoots ink onto the paper, so inkjet is the only one that can do color. Usually laser is just black and white. There's wireless printers, USB printers, network printers. Some of them use Bluetooth, some use Wi-Fi, or both. I'm sure you know most of the terms of printing. The higher the DPI, the more actual dots per inch that you can have, which means better quality. Usually laser printers are faster. So I'm going to do 7.1.7. We're going to choose a printer. Okay, so my first priority is a printer that can achieve the highest level of detail. My second priority is a printer that will print color quickly. So laser, black and white only. Dot matrix, super old. You'll never see one of these in your life. When I was a kid, I think they had these maybe. But no, you're not using dot matrix. So our only option is the inkjet. So drag it in, flip it around, and then just like pretty much everything in computer world, it needs power and data. So power, it's got a purple plug, that's proprietary, so it just happens to be that one. So I say keep all your plugs with your devices because you never, they're very specific usually, power plugs. Data cables, you're limited in your options. So for data, we're going to do USB A to B. This is B, and then we'll plug A into the computer. And that should do it. You can go in there and see if it works or not, but I think that should do it. Yeah. All right, so just inkjet and then plug it on in, not too hard. And then the last one, I believe, is this one, 7.2.5. So sorry if I'm going quick. I want to keep the recording a little on the shorter side, but you guys can always pause, rewind, replay, whatever. And if you have any questions, just email me, obviously. Okay, we need a printer that uses USB and can do color. Let's see. Okay, so the only ones that are color are this one and this one. They're both USB. What else does he need? The best quality and fastest print. So this one's faster, and it looks like they're the same quality. So you can see page per minute. This one's faster. And DPI 4800 is the same. So we're going to use the HP. Oh, it actually looks like the one I have almost. And plug it in. It's got that same kind of purple power cable, and we're going to plug this one into the power surge protector. And then we're going to plug it into the computer, so the same as last time. The USB type B goes to the printer, and type A goes to the computer, any slot you want. Now let's just turn it on, and it says it's installing the software right here. You can't click it. You can either go into control panels, or you can just say it was installed good. Or you can just type in, well, normally you can just type in printers and it'll show up. Here's devices and printers. This is Windows 7, I believe. And here's the new printer we set up. So you just right click it and do set as default. And that's going to be it. Press done. You're good. So printers aren't usually too terrible. Nowadays, most of them are wireless anyways, which makes it a little more complicated, but looks like that's going to be it for this week, guys. When you're done, just now the routine is just submit a notice of completion on this assignment page. Say, I've completed it all. If there's one or two that you missed, let me know. I'm going to go into testat.com, look at your grades, and basically average all of the labs and exams and give you a weekly score. That's going to be it, other than mobile lab this week is going to be in Santa Ana. So February 27th. If you are going, you have to email me by at least Sunday before like 8 p.m. so I know that I'm going. And I think I usually have 2 of you guys show. So let me know if you're going. And if you have any other questions with any of the assignments or past assignments, just shoot me an email and I'll get back to you. All right, and let me know in the comments if you like the YouTube live over what we were previously doing. All right, guys, have a good one. Thursday, I probably won't have a conference. I might just be here in case anybody needs help, maybe a little bit of tech news, and that's about it. So other than that, have a good week, and I'll talk to you later.